Alright Metro Detroit, we have some of the best festivals and fairs right here in this video for September 2022. And before we get on with the show, my name is Mike Perna. If it is your first time here, go ahead and subscribe so you'll be notified when we have new videos drop. And we do videos about all things Metro Detroit, including festivals, fairs, but also comedy shows, bands, concerts, new restaurants, downtown areas, everything, as we love Metro Detroit. We're also local real estate agents. We help over 1,000 families a year buy and sell their homes, and we would be honored to receive a call from you to help you and your family buy or sell your next property. And on with the show. So it's that wind down time of year for festivals and fairs in Michigan, but Southeast Michigan is not going down without a fight. I'm starting out with this one because it's one of my personal favorites. It's been running over 40 years, and my parents actually have the poster hung up from the original first one, the Detroit Jazz Festival. From September 2nd to 5th is 4 days of all things jazz and all things in Detroit. Two things that I love. This is a free festival, and this year they're really bringing in some powerhouse musicians, including Ulysses Owen Jr., Diana Reeves, the J.D. Allen Trio, and 40 more artists. And as always, the 2022 Detroit Jazz Festival collegiate competition for college students is underway. They're gonna be announcing those winners before, and then they get to play at the festival, which is very cool. This festival also has a rich history rooted in Detroit, much like some of the best jazz ever played or created. Next up, and also September 2nd to 5th, is Arts, Beats, and Eats in Royal Oak. You know I love this one. I love this one so much, I did an entire video right here on only Arts, Beats, and Eats. And I've been going back since it was in its Pontiac days, like up in Pontiac. In fact, it's right outside of my office, right here in downtown Royal Oak. Still, I love it. It's right there on downtown Washington, September 2nd to 5th. My last personal favorite festival, and I don't know why I put them right here at the front, but here we are, is the Arts and Apple Festival in Rochester. It's been going 55 years strong at Rochester's Municipal Park. Admission is free, but they do ask for a donation to keep it going, as it's also a nonprofit. There are more than 200 exhibitors in addition to a ton of food trucks and food events. There are going to be live bands and activity stations, you know, for the kids, This festival is also ranked in the top 10 art festivals in the entire United States by Sunshine Artist magazine. There are over 85,000 people that attend this festival yearly, and the local economic impact is in excess of $3.5 million. That is a ton of shopping and supporting local, and I love that kind of thing. You all know that. Most of the companies at Art and Apple are in Michigan, and several of them are past clients of ours and friends. Definitely scope out Art and Apple's guys in Rochester. All right, so I haven't added the Renaissance Festival because it just goes like so long through the year, but I do think it's a fantastic time, and in September, take a look. They've got some great themed weekends happening. September 3rd to 5th is the Viking Invasion, and all barbarians are invited to participate in pillaging the village, because that's what barbarians do, they pillage. This will be a weekend filled with competitive sports and new experiences. There's even gonna be a tattoo contest, so if you love your tattoos and you've got them, present them, you could win something. If you have an awesome beard or a mustache to showcase, you can enter that into the contest to win some great prizes as well. September 10th and 11th explores the wonders of the world. This weekend will feature a world market and entertainment from around the globe. Also, all individuals and dance troupes are invited to the Michigan State Belly Dance Championship. And if you don't want to compete, you can take dance lessons or show off your steampunk attire. September 17th and 18th is Shamrocks and Shenanigans, where you're gonna feel like you got transported to Ireland by visiting the village there. And you can find local Irish vendors and fun for all ages. Kick up your heels with traditional Irish music and dance. And if you've got a kilt, enter the Men in Kilts contest too to see who can wear it best. September 30th is Festival Friday, and it's the only weekday the festival's open, where Festival Friday brings Ladies Shopping Day along with unique educational and shopping and entertainment opportunities. Anyone you go to, there are 17 stages of entertainment, whiskey tasting, food tasting, barbecue tasting, and I could be persuaded to go multiple weekends. Yep, for sure. September 3rd, 4th, and 5th is the 42nd annual Hamtramck Labor Day Festival right there on Joseph Combo. I haven't been to this one, but I might swing by one of the days just because I'm curious, and I'm gonna be downtown for the Jazz Fest anyway, so it's kinda on the way home for me. There's going to be food, a carnival, music, rides, a band, wrestling contests. I'm not kidding, like a real wrestling contest. And I'm totally not entering that, by the way. But I encourage all of you to. And then over Labor Day weekend as well is the annual Romeo Peach Festival right there in downtown Romeo. And this is Michigan's second oldest festival in the entire state. They've got local made peach pies and cobblers and donuts and wine and cider and salsa, fudge and jams, all for either eating on site or purchase. They also have the 3-on-3 basketball tournament, a craft show. The Westview Winery will be there with wine peach slushies, because that's actually a thing, wine peach slushies, nifty. A used book sale, a 5K and a 10K fun run, carnival, fire trucks, and more. This one is a good one, guys. I go every year, totally worth going. September 9th and 10th is the Smokin Jazz and Barbecue Blues Festival. This is the 16th year of this one right there in downtown Brighton, and it features award-winning barbecue with ribs and pulled pork and beef brisket and pork tenderloin and sweet meat treats, which is like bacon, I guess. Code for bacon, sounds right. And mac and cheese. Jazz and blues will be live at the beer tent on Mill Pond Lake. This one looks really nice. Also September 9th to 11th is the Plymouth Fall Festival right there in downtown Plymouth at Kellogg Park. There's a ton that's going on here, guys. There's bingo, car show, craft show, pancake breakfast, pet show that you can enter, and then local Rotaries also putting on a barbecue. There's a carnival and there's live music and more. Saturday, September 10th is the annual Oakland County Irish Fest in Berkeley, right downtown, running from 12 to 5. There's going to be bagpipes, there are going to be the Highland dancers, there are going to be pub bands, and of course, authentic Irish and Scottish food. Also, on Saturday, September 10th and Sunday the 11th over in Royal Oak is the annual Barktoberfest. I did not know this was a thing, but Barktober is a fall festival for dogs and their people, and it's centered around locally brewed craft beer and music and fun and games, and is the most dog-friendly event in town. It's over at Memorial Park, which is located at 13 in Woodward from 11 to 6 both days. September 15th to 17th, and this one I go to as well, is the Harvest Moon Festival in downtown Farmington. It goes Thursday 6 to 11 p.m. There are going to be craft beers and ciders, bands and other live music, and a lot more. There are bonfires and s'mores and kid events too. This one's actually a kid-friendly one, which is pretty cool. September 15th to 18th, going 51 years, is the Troy Daze Festival right there in Big Beaver at the Troy Civic Center, with over 25,000 people annually attending, with 55 community partners, sponsors, 10 bands, amazing local food, and more. All profits and proceeds are given back to the community as well through the year as grants to those who need it. It's a nice event. It's really nice that is a nonprofit. September 16th, 17th, and 18th is the Northville Heritage Festival, which I covered in a lot of depth in our Northville Festivals video here. The Heritage Festival will kick off on Sunday, September 16th with the traditional Victorian parade at 6:30 and will continue through the weekend, highlighting Northville citizens of distinction through its 150-year history. September 17th is the first annual Motor City Eggfest, and stay with me, this sounds actually really cool. Happening at Tollgate Farms in Novi, and there's a cook-off with several teams going for the goal to be egg-cellent, including the Bearded Butchers, the Sons of Swinearchy, the Rub BBQ, the Dynasty of Grill Masters, and more. Centerline Beerfest is back again September 17th from noon to 11 with the Silver Studs, the Laughing Midman, and Peacemaker as musical acts, and a whole ton of eats, cornhole, and other games right there in Memorial Park, and of course, beer. On the 18th in Ann Arbor at St. Vladimir Orthodox Church is the 8th annual Russian Festival. Another new one to me, but I'm curious, and I think I'm gonna go for no other reason than I really wanna hit up some of the food and learn something too. They'll have shashlik, bellini, borscht, polemi, and hachapuri, which I believe is just Russian for cheese pizza. September 21st from 11 to 5 p.m. at Hart Plaza, Detroit is hosting the Detroit China Festival with 40 merchants, 20 of the best Chinese restaurants in Southeast Michigan, and 4 hours of live show. Annually, over 10,000 people attend this one. September 22nd to 25th, and I haven't been to this one, but people keep bringing it up to me, so I put it on my calendar this year, and it looks pretty cool. There's the art and food trucks and music in what's called the Hell's Half Mile. Historically, the Hell's Half Mile is where lumberjacks used to go drinking in Hell, Michigan. And today it's actually a really nice downtown riverfront with boutiques and restaurants and theaters and pubs and a state-of-the-art planetarium, which I did not know, and art galleries. September 23rd to 25th is the Funky Art Ferndale and the sister fair, the DIY Street Fair. Enjoy all the food that downtown Ferndale has to offer with several stages for bands, including the band Mint, Ken Mazur, Kim Bradley, and more. There's even dog painting. Like for real, you can paint your dog. Don't know how that works, but I'm assuming it'll be non-toxic, so I will say that. There are several authors doing book readings and signings, and many of them are local Detroiters, and I'm actually pretty excited about Les Cochran, who wrote Blind Pig about Detroit Mafia. So that's about how the Mafia was actually working right under the nose of the Detroit police and how that happened. Also, September 23rd to 25th is the Made in Michigan Festival in Allen Park on Allen Road between Southfield and Roosevelt. Over 160 Michigan vendors will be there with great shopping, including art, furniture, and there will even be euchre boards. How very Michigan of you, Michigan Festival. In Westland, on September 24th, the All-American Beer and Wine Festival is back, and this year with more than 150 different breweries from all over Michigan being represented. Live music is running all day with 50 amp views, and these guys are great, by the way. They've opened in the past for Sheryl Crow, Huey Lewis and the News, and Steve Miller Band. Go see 50 FUs if you get a chance. Go for just that reason alone, really. I mean, and of course, stay for the beer. September 24th and 25th is the South Lyon Pumpkin Festival, and this year's theme is Harvest and Hoedown. There's professional pumpkin carving, street food, an art contest, pie baking contest, which of course is followed by a pie eating contest, the Pumpkinfest parade, and pumpkin run. I don't know if you have to run and jump over pumpkins, but I really feel like you should because this is like a pumpkin kind of event and a fair. And of course, there is a beer garden, all happening in downtown South Lyon. September 25th, the Fire and Flannel Festival returns to Wyandotte right on Biddle. There are lumberjack shows, a carnival, axe throwing, fire performers, chainsaw carving, bands, food trucks, and more. This is actually a really cool looking festival. And same day, Taste of Clarkston is back right in downtown Clarkston from 12 to 6 with over 50 restaurants represented and thousands of people flooded for the food, but they also go for the music and the exhibitors. And those are our fairs and festivals happening in Southeast Michigan in September 2022. And you want to subscribe because we've got our family events video coming up next. So if you're looking for something fun to do with the family in September, and there's a lot going on in September, clearly we're making 3 videos on it, don't forget to subscribe. My name is Mike Perna, local real estate agent here in Southeast Michigan, and we would be honored to be interviewed for the job of helping you and your family find your next home or sell your current one. Thank you again, and make it a great day.